So hello guys, and welcome to another video. And Nintendo just dropped a bunch of information about the Mario vs. Donkey Kong remake. The trailer that they released was less than a minute long, but they just packed a ton of information in there, and they revealed a ton of information on both the North American and the Japanese websites. So I wanted to look at those websites in this video and kind of discuss some of my thoughts on these new features. So let's go ahead and check them out. So let's check out the new website here for Mario vs. Donkey Kong, as they just updated it after the new trailer dropped. And right off the bat, they show that there's going to be over 130 levels, which is definitely a lot more than the original game with 104, or even the Japanese version with the e-reader levels being 118 in total. So the new content is kind of down here, and it shows different things here, like Merry Mini Land, which is one of the new worlds, and Slippery Summit, which is the other new world. And these are really cool. It kind of shows like some footage of this here. But it's really cool. The music is really good. The Merry Mini Land kind of reminds me of the Mini Land Mayhem first world in that game, which was kind of like based on a theme park, which was pretty cool. And Slippery Summit is kind of like a winter ice themed world here, which is really cool, since that's definitely a theme that I like to see in Mario games. And the music is really good here as well. I hope there's some like enemies here, like Freezies or different things like that, that are like translated into this game. That would be really cool. But on top of these new worlds, they're basically going to include all the content from the base version of the original game. So they're going to have the Plus worlds, which were like the harder versions of the regular worlds and everything. And then there's also the expert levels as well. And there's going to be 16 expert levels, up from the 12 from the original. So there's going to be 4 of them that are representing these new worlds here. So, and then there's also probably going to be 2 plus worlds based on these new worlds as well, since it confirms here that there's going to be 8 distinct worlds, and that includes those new worlds. So the new worlds aren't just going to be bonus content, they're basically a part of like the main story and everything, meaning they're going to get the same treatment as the rest of the levels in this game, which is great. It's great that this game is going to be longer and have a lot more content than the original game. But one thing that probably won't be included in this game, unfortunately, is the e-reader levels. And those were exclusive to the Japanese version, and there were 14 of them that were fully released. Well, some of them were released in very weird and limited ways, but those likely won't be included because 130 levels, or over 130 levels, is likely implying that there will be between 130 and 140 levels in this game. So, considering that the base version of the original game had 104 levels, adding up these new worlds, plus their plus world variants, which is 30 levels total, that means there will be 134 levels, plus the expert levels that are being added to this game. There will probably be 138 levels. So there likely won't be room for the e-reader levels unless the over 130 levels just means there's over 130 levels in general. So, yeah, which is pretty unlikely because when they're saying 130 levels, that likely means between 130 or 140, or else they would have said over 140 or over 150 levels. So, yeah. But we also have some new footage here. It kind of shows some, like, GIFs here, like with the hammer and different things, and different parts of the UI as well. And then also the Mini Mario bonus stage as well, which is pretty cool. Honestly, I think this is what the Mini Mario content should be in a Mario vs. Donkey Kong game. Not the sole focus, but, like, one of the extra things. So, Nice to see that there. And then also, like, some of the footage, like, I think a bit of extended footage from the footage that we saw in the Direct. So, and then there's also a couple more videos here, kind of showing, like, some different moves that you can do, like the backflip. And then also the handstand, where you can kind of, block obstacles and things. Then also the swing move that you can do. So yeah, it's kind of showing off different things here. And then also some other levels that we didn't see before. Yeah, and then the hammer again. But yeah, let's check out the Japanese website now, since there is a little more to see here. Since the Japanese websites tend to be a little more fleshed out than the North American and European ones, but yeah, let's take a look here. So we can see, like, there's a higher quality render of, like, the mini Marios and everything. So this is actually the first time that the mini Marios have been fully rendered in 3D for their character artwork, which is pretty cool. And I just noticed in the background here, it actually has the 3D world style donut blocks. So that's pretty interesting. There definitely seems to be a lot of inspiration from 3D World, which makes a lot of sense, since Nintendo Software Technology, the developers of the Mario vs. Donkey Kong series, as well as this remake, have also developed the Captain Toad ports, which include some new content that I believe they developed, as well as 3D World plus Bowser's Fury, including parts of Bowser's Fury. So they kind of have some, like, they have some experience with the 3D World engine, so it's possibly being remade in that engine. It looks very similar to the 3D World style in Mario Maker 2, though there are a few differences here and there. Like, the models kind of look different in some areas. Some of them do look pretty similar, and then some of them also kind of differ. Like, looking at the Podoboo one here, that looks a lot like 3D World. And then I mentioned again with the donut blocks and different things like that, but then there are also all of these unique assets there, so it's kind of interesting. So there's also the cutscenes here with, like, Donkey Kong, and it also shows his, like, remote with one button for some reason. I still don't know what's up with that, but they kept it in this remake, so it is pretty funny. And then there's the "They're $40!" Toads right there. I know everyone likes to bring up that one meme, but... So yeah, it's kind of showing that one that we saw in the Direct. And then another thing here, I think this is the intermission cutscene between the worlds. Or yeah, but before some of the levels, yeah, I think that's where that one is from. And then it also shows, like, a render here of Mario throwing a toy Shy Guy. And then some footage and everything. And yeah, it shows some of the different components here, like the spring, and then, like, enemies like the toy Shy Guy. And then, I forgot what this... Oh, this is just, like, the trash bin here. And then the switches. Then also shows the hammer. That is such a clean render of Mario using the hammer there. That is really cool. Then also Mario on a rope, then Mario doing the handstand, then Mario kind of, flipping around on there. So yeah, that's pretty cool. So yeah, the mini Mario levels, again. I like that mini Mario ad there, I think that's, pretty cool. But yeah, and then some more footage of DK. And yeah, and then also, some, like, another screenshot of a world that we haven't seen yet. But this is really cool. And then also, like, the trash bin enemy. That's really cool. It goes through the different worlds here. Well, I think it just showcases, like, 3 of them. But it shows that new one here with, like, the theme park. So that's pretty cool. So it kind of solidifies the fact that it's going to be one of the main worlds. And then, yeah, here it says, like, the 8 worlds and everything. Yeah, there's some more enemy renders here, like the Snapjaw, Ninja, different things like that. But that's really cool. It's really cool to see all of these unique enemies in HD, in like the general Mario style. That is really cool. Say what you will about the art style of this remake, but these are some pretty unique looking locations for the modern Mario art style. Like, as generic as some of the models and renders are, like, it still does look unique compared to most of the locations you'd see. Like, you'd have, like, the factory levels, and, like, also the amusement park and things like that. And, yeah, this is really cool. So, anyways, that's kind of a look at the websites here. But yeah, my overall thoughts is I think this remake looks great. Like, they're definitely adding a lot of content here, like, with the 2 new worlds, which will kind of bring, like, at least, like, 30 plus levels to the game, which is really cool. And then there's also even, like, other things that I forgot to mention, like the time attack and different things like that. I think it might be mentioned here. Yeah, the time attack mode, which is really cool. And then there's also the co-op and the casual mode as well. So that's pretty cool. And then there's also the classic style here. Okay, that's just like the Game Boy Advance game. Okay, so that's just like the so I guess there's gonna be like different difficulty options here. So that's pretty cool. I'm not sure if there's like a mode in between the casual and classic style, but I assume classic style, like it's saying here, is just like the original. At first I thought it was gonna be something kind of similar to the harder mode that was in New Super Mario Bros. DS, but yeah, this is classic style, is just the original game. Just what most people will probably be playing. But yeah, this remake looks great, and I'm really looking forward to it. The 130 plus levels with all of this new content here definitely helps to justify the $50 price tag. Still a bit iffy with the price, like with this style of the game, but I am much more confident in it now. I really hope there will be a stage builder, because they didn't really reveal one yet, but I'd really like to see one. But yeah, anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more, and make sure to check out my Discord server and Twitter if you want to. Goodbye.